Hello. I'm going to talk about quitting smoking and drinking alcohol because it's my own experience. I'd like to talk about my own experience, right? I haven't been smoking and haven't been drinking any alcohol for about 15 years already, and I'd like to share my own experience, my own circumstances. You see, I'm sure that you've heard about the great book by Alan Carr, which is called Easy Way to Stop Smoking and Easy Way to Control Alcohol, right? These two great books are just wonderful. I read them and I appreciate them. I really appreciate them. But unfortunately, not surprisingly, some people quit with the help of these books, but they start again. They quit and start. They quit and start. It happens again and again. Just to prevent this, to avoid this, I think we have to add a detail to those books, right? From my experience. For example, I haven't been smoking for about 15 years, and I haven't been drinking alcohol for about maybe 15 years. And what did I do? Just not to start again. What did I do, right? It is easy to quit smoking or drinking alcohol for about 7 days, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it's a long run, right? It's a lifelong run. You have to, and you can't care about it all the time because it is, energy consuming. It's nearly impossible, and you can't rely on your willpower because willpower is limited. It is not endless, right? And your willpower is not going to protect you from starting again, right? To avoid just starting again, to avoid starting drinking again or smoking again, we should add a detail to those great books, I think, right? What kind of details? What did I do? Every time I see a smoker, I just erect my body, stay up, and start smiling, right? I smile and erect my body, and I think about not smoking, and I think that it's a great pleasure for me. I do it again and again. It's my habit, right? Nearly automatic habit, and I do it on everyday basis, right? Every time I see a smoker, every time I see a shop selling cigarettes, I do this very simple action, right? I erect my body, stay up, and then start smiling for about 1 minute, 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, right? I enjoy not smoking. I'm getting a lot of pleasure from not smoking, right? It is my habit, right? And I send that strong signal to my mind and to my subconscious mind, just a very simple thought about not smoking, about pleasure of not smoking. And the same thing about can be said about drinking alcohol, right? Every time I see a smoker, every time I see a drinker, every time I see a shop selling alcohol drinks, I stay up, right? Erect my body and start smiling, and I'm just feeling joyfulness from not drinking alcohol, right? I haven't been drinking for about 15 years, and I've been doing it again and again on every basis, right? And it supports my self-esteem, it supports my self-awareness, and the main thing is I'm not afraid of starting again. I'm not afraid of starting again because I can't start again, because it's a great pleasure for me not to smoke. It's a great pleasure for me not to drink alcohol, right? I'm getting my pleasure from not drinking and not smoking, and it is my game. And this game is saving me. This game is protecting me, right, from smoking and from drinking alcohol. And I've been doing it for about 15 years already, and it works. It really works. It works because I'm not afraid of starting again, you see? I can't start because it's a great pleasure for me not to smoke or not to drink any alcohol, right? And it's not a problem for me at all. It's not a problem, right? I'm sure I have solved this problem because you see, I have noticed that some people, they quit and start again. They quit smoking and then they start again, or they quit drinking alcohol and they start again in 2 weeks time, maybe in a month or in 2 months time, and this happens again and again. Just to stop this stupid cycle, right? We have to use this very simple method, and it works for me, and I'm sure that it will work for some people, maybe, or for many people, I don't know, but it's very simple. It's my ritual, which works for a long time already. Right? It works for a long time already, and Alan Carr says in his book, he says, you see, in his book, Easy Way to Stop Smoking, he says, it is easy to quit smoking with the help of my method, but unfortunately, it's easy to start again. He says, if you quit smoking with the help of my method, please don't start again, because if you start again, it will be impossible to help you for our specialists, he says. He says that his specialists will not be able to help that person again if he starts again. Actually, he admits that in many cases, in many cases, his method doesn't work, unfortunately. I think we should add this detail to his method, right? This very simple thing, this ritual, right? Every time you remember that you don't smoke, every time you see a smoker, every time you see a shop selling cigarettes, you should just straight up and start smiling and start just enjoying, right? Not smoking. Start just getting pleasure from not smoking, right? Getting pleasure from not drinking any alcohol. Your life without alcohol and your life without smoking should be just joyful for you. You should feel it and you should do it again and again. It's your game, and this game is going to save you, to protect you forever, right? During your lifetime. And I've been doing it, and it works for me. It has been working for me, and I'm sure that it will be working for many people. I hope so, anyway. And you see, I'd like to talk about fasting, right? Nowadays, Muslims are fasting. It's a great month, right? During which Muslims don't drink anything and don't eat anything during the daytime, right? They just have early breakfast before sunrise, and they have their dinner after sunset, right? And during the daytime, they don't drink and they don't just have anything, right? Don't drink anything, any water, just anything, and don't eat anything, right? It is fasting, and this fasting is going to help you to quit smoking and quit drinking alcohol, because during the daytime you are a little bit thirsty and maybe hungry, but your wish to smoke is not very strong, right? You don't want to smoke very strongly. And when you come home in the evening, you drink some water and you have your dinner, and after your dinner you want to smoke. But at the same time you want to go to bed. Go to bed, please. I did it. It's my own experience, right? When you come home in the evening, you have dinner. After dinner, you want to smoke. And at the same time, you want to go to bed. You want to sleep. Just go to sleep. Go to bed immediately. And in this way, you can quit smoking and you can quit drinking alcohol. But again, quitting smoking or quitting drinking alcohol, it's a long run. It's a lifelong run. You see, just not to be able to start again, you should do what I told you before, right? That very simple ritual. Just staying upright, erecting your body, smiling, and thinking about not smoking, and thinking about not drinking, and admitting that it's a great pleasure for you. It's a great joy for you. Just do it again and again, and it will become your habit, and this habit will protect you forever. It will be protecting you for your whole life.